On January 15, 2025, Russia launched Kh-55SM cruise missiles. These missiles are generally meant to carry nuclear warheads. However, Russia used non-explosive, dummy, warheads, according to Defense Express. The Ukrainian Air Force Command's assessment specifically noted the use of Kh-55SM missiles. These missiles, along with Kh-555 versions, were launched from two 95MS bombers operating over the Volgograd area. These missiles, carrying only metal, dummy, warheads, are used to mislead Ukrainian air defense systems as decoys. Reports from the Ukrainian Air Force also noted the use of Kh-55SM missiles in attacks repelled on December 13 and 25, 2024. The Kh-55SM differs from the standard Kh-55 due to its conformal fuel tanks, which extend its range to 3,500 kilometers. This version was introduced in 1987 and continued production in Russia after the collapse of the USSR. In this attack, Russia also used one ballistic missile, either an Iskander or KN-23, 7 Kh-22 or Kh-32 missiles launched from two 22M3 bombers, 4 caliber Sea-launched cruise missiles, 27 Kh-101 air-launched cruise missiles, Kh-55SM missiles, 4 Kh-59 or Kh-69 guided missiles, and 74 Shahed-type drones and decoy drones. In total, the Russian force deployed 117 aerial weapons, including 43 missiles. Intercepting high-speed Kh-22 or Kh-32 missiles and ballistic missiles requires advanced Patriot or SAMP-T air defense systems, which Ukraine currently has in limited supply. During this attack, Russia targeted gas infrastructure in the Kharkiv, Lviv, and Ivano-Frankivsk regions. The Kh-55 is a Soviet-era cruise missile developed in the 1970s and officially adopted into the service in 1983. Notably, the missile was manufactured in Ukraine. It was based on the US BGM-109 Tomahawk cruise missile, nicknamed the Tomahawk Ski. While it is an air-launched missile, unlike the Tomahawk, a surface sub-launched weapon, it is similar to the Tomahawk in many respects. After the Soviet Union collapsed, Russia took over these missiles. Ukraine was also left with 1612 missiles, but in the late 1990s, many of these missiles were transferred to Russia. Currently, the Russian Aerospace Forces, VKS, remains the only operator of the Kh-55. The Kh-55 was meant to carry a nuclear warhead with a blast yield of 50 kT, while some sources also suggest that the warhead has a blast yield of 200 kT. However, some reports suggest the VKS no longer uses this missile. Instead, the VKS used a conventionally armed version of the Kh-55SM, called Kh-555, which had improved guidance systems and increased range and could carry a 400-kilogram conventional warhead. The warhead types used by the missile include high-explosive, penetration high-explosive, or submunitions warhead. The Kh-555 was tested in 1999 and adopted by the VKS in 2004. According to Defense Express, the missile in question was the nuclear-capable Kh-55, which, as stated earlier, is largely believed to be no longer in use. Defense Express explained that conventional and nuclear warheads are structurally different and, therefore, easy to recognize. However, the Kh-55 that was downed in Kyiv contained neither a nuclear nor a conventional warhead but a dummy warhead. The Ukrainian media outlet suggested that perhaps the Russian military was running low on stocks of conventional Kh-555 missiles and decided to use the Kh-55 instead, or that the unarmed Kh-55 was simply used as a less expensive decoy to misguide the Ukrainian air defense systems. Meanwhile, Western media reports suggest that the use of the Kh-55 nuclear-capable missile could also be Moscow's attempt at nuclear signaling to the West, considering President Vladimir Putin's bellicose rhetoric since the onset of the Ukraine war in February. Since the beginning of Russia's special military operation in Ukraine, there has been widespread speculation that President Putin could resort to nuclear weapons in Ukraine if the ongoing war does not go well for Russia. The main body of the Kh-55SM is made from composite materials, which reduce its weight and improve aerodynamic performance. The missile is equipped with an R-95-300 turbofan engine, providing efficient, long-range propulsion, enabling the Kh-55SM to cover significant distances. The Kh-55SM has a length of approximately 6.04 meters and a diameter of 0.514 meters. Its wingspan when deployed is about 3.1 meters. The missile's full combat weight is around 1,700 kilograms. The warhead of the Kh-55SM is a thermonuclear charge, typically with a yield of around 200 kilotons. There are modifications of the missile that allow for the installation of conventional warheads, though its primary purpose remains strategic nuclear deterrence. The operational range of the Kh-55SM is significantly increased compared to the base Kh-55 model, reaching up to 3,000 kilometers. This range enables Russian strategic bombers to strike targets at great distances without entering enemy air defense zones. The Kh-55SM is launched from airborne platforms, making it a part of Russia's aerospace forces. The primary carriers of the Kh-55SM are the Tu-95MS and Tu-160 bombers, which can carry multiple such missiles, allowing for repeated strategic strikes. Overall, the Kh-55SM is a crucial component of Russia's strategic arsenal, combining advanced control and navigation technologies with a powerful warhead and considerable range, making it effective for strategic nuclear strikes.